Was Jesus transgender? Like, I don't just say that to be provocative and shocking. Like, okay, better question. Was Jesus cisgender? And, like, the answer is probably yes. If anyone in my comments, like, if anybody's transphobic in my comments, I give you hate on them. Send hate in the comments below. But I bring this up because, like, old interpretations of Jesus had him, he was displayed as, like, the perfect blend of masculinity and femininity. He was very androgynous. That was the whole point, was that he was, like, the perfect man. But not, like, the perfect man as in man and woman, like, the perfect human. There's an old Greek story that goes that, man and woman used to be combined as one. And it was like a two-headed, multi-limbed being that just kind of existed in this big amalgamation. The gods split them in half, and that's why ever since you're trying to find your other half. That's where that term comes from. I have a song called Cisgender Jesus, and I made the song because I heard these old myths. And, like, do I care if, like, the literal actual Jesus that lived in Jerusalem, do I care if he was trans? No. Do I care if he was cis? I don't. I feel like this is, like, a piece of religious history that's kind of lost to time. My grandmother, I grew up in the South. My grandmother had this portrait of Jesus. I'm gonna look on the internet and I'm gonna find it. That's not how Jesus looked. He was Middle Eastern. He was Middle Eastern with, like, dark hair, dark eyes, dark skin, like a girl. I think it's beautiful that an old history of Jesus had him as, like, a blending of man and woman, and that's kind of beautiful. And if you think about, like, the Bible itself and how Jesus is depicted, he is sort of like a lithe, lean, long hair. He still kind of has, like, remnants of this sort of past that's lost to time. And I find that just so beautiful, that, like, this sense of, I don't use the word queer, but, like, non-normative, non-explicitly binary gender expression was attributed to the Messiah. And then once, I don't know, my initial joy and excitement fades after a moment, because then I kind of see how Christians have, I don't know, they just depict what they want to see onto him. I've heard Christians talk about how Jesus says that taxes are good. I've heard them say, well, Jesus said taxes are not good. I've heard them say that Jesus argues for homosexuality or against homosexuality. I've heard that he celebrates women and that he doesn't celebrate. Like, I've heard people they paint whatever they want onto Jesus. And then I think the whole point of Jesus kind of gets lost. And I don't know. That's why I was like, I guess this is a promo for my song. I just wanted to explain my song. I wrote my song Cisgender Jesus because I was pissed. I was pissed that people were projecting their own fantasies onto this religious figure just to gratify their own ego. It's self-serving. And they think, like, oh, well, Jesus said this and that's why I do it. It's like, no. You want to do a certain thing, therefore you think Jesus said to do that thing. Let's not get it twisted. So, in my song Cisgender Jesus, I project all of my own fantasies onto Jesus. I said, you know what, if you're gonna project your things, mama, I'm a one-up it. So I just project all my grotesque fantasies onto Jesus. I go, I like my Jesus tall, I like my Jesus thick, I like my Jesus wet, wanna beat me with a stick. Oh, and he's got a natural penis. And he's got more girth than Venus. He's got no vaginal lining. Oh, his X and Y are shining. And then it goes, my Jesus is a star, a super straight man. My Jesus comes first. As fast as he can. Because that's the thing, it's like I'm not depicting all of my fantasies onto, like, the original Middle Eastern, like, Son of Christ, whatever. I'm not depicting my fantasies onto him. I'm depicting my fantasies onto the fake, artificial, Anglo-Saxon cisgender Jesus. I don't know. I just wanted to share a little bit of knowledge about the divine androgyny of Jesus Christ and also promo my song. Listen to it if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine.